for staying tuned. We have another exciting conversation for you guys, and we have joining us on this conversation Mr. Kasim Guman. He's a missionary at the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, Belize. And so, Mr. Guman, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure having you, sir. We were talking a bit, chit-chatting a bit before the segment, and you were telling me that prior to being here in Belize, you're in Canada, and that you've been in Belize for about a year. What has your experience been like here in Belize?
Yes, so I was posted here in Belize last August.
Last August?
So
it's here less than a year.
Yes, okay. Yes. So just been out trying to get to know the people and kind of see how I could help the youth especially and Belize in general. So overall, my experience in the past 5-6 months has been very good. Like, the people of Belize, they're very open-hearted, very welcoming, and everybody's always open to have a conversation. No matter where you might be in Belize, you'll find somebody that wants to talk, have a conversation. So it's been a very good experience in that regard, yeah.
And speaking about finding ways to help youth, one of the things that Ahmadiyya has been doing for the last decade or so, and is the Ahmadiyya basketball tournament. And so my understanding is you all are doing a 2026 iteration of it, and it's began last week, correct?
Yes, that's correct. So we have just started our 11th season of the Ahmadiyya Basketball League, and this past Sunday we had the first set of games. And this league, it basically consists of 5 categories: under 10, under 13, under 15, under 18, and under 22. And we also have a category for the females as well. And this year we are seeing that the competition every year after year, it just keeps getting better. So there's a lot of anticipation, there's a lot of skill that is being polished through this league as well. And we saw that last Sunday as well.
How does basketball bridge the gap between people and faith?
Well, I feel basketball is a sport, especially as Belizeans, many people do love. And what it does is it gives you a way to start a conversation with new people. The love that people have for the game of basketball, it brings people together. You know, just past Sunday, I saw that being so new to this country, I was able to talk to everybody in the gym. And it was no problem because we all shared that same love for the game, and it just opened up more conversation amongst us, yes.
So it's an element of community there, of connection, that can be had on the court or in the gym that you won't necessarily find so easily when you're out in the streets, because like you're saying, you have one common desire, one common love for a thing, correct?
For sure. And that's exactly what we saw as well, that in the game, everybody is giving their best to become victorious. You know, you're facing an opponent team, but right as soon as the game was over, both teams, they would stand in the middle of the court and they would shake hands. And they'd congratulate each other, and they'd motivate each other to continue to try harder. And that was something very beautiful. And that's something that's attached to the game of basketball itself, that while you're competing, at that moment you give it your all. But after that, there's no animosity amongst each other.
It's like, it's healthy conflict in a sense, right? It's because we are on opposing sides, and the goal is for one of us to win. But at the end of the day, we don't do it in a manner that is destructive to the opponent or the other person. They are competition, but at the end of the day, they're still our brothers or sisters, wherever that stands. How many teams are competing this year?
So this year we have 35 teams in the total categories. Yes, and those teams, they come from all over Belize. In fact, we even have 4 teams that are coming from Mexico this year.
No.
Yes.
How did you all land that? How did that happen?
So it's just been an ongoing communication with them, and there's been a camp in Mexico that they really wanted to bring teams out this year. So they've put in 4 teams for this year's league throughout different categories this year. Yeah.
How do you ensure that the opportunity reaches every corner of the country, if you would?
Well, a lot of that has to do with the publicity as well. And then the league itself, it kind of speaks for itself now as well. As you mentioned, that now it's been happening for a decade. So people actually look forward to this league, and they want to play in this league. And they reach out to us with inquiries about the league as well. And then we try our level best that wherever we can, we accommodate as many teams as possible. You know, we want that, especially for the youth, basketball becomes an avenue for them to forget about all the hardships that they're facing, all the negativity around them, and bring some positive change amongst the youth.
What if you're not from the same faith, or if you don't believe the same things?
There's no problem with that. Like, you'll notice that as Muslims, we are holding this Ahmadiyya Basketball League for the entire Belize. And we are not doing this as a religious organization, but only to help the youth. We see that the youth, there's a lot of potential in them. And basketball is one of those sports that it teaches you real life skills. For example, while you're on the court, there's a lot of frustration, but you're forced to work with a team. And you all have a common goal, which is to come out victorious. So you work towards that goal and you try your level best to achieve that goal. And in that process, you build character, you build yourself, and that is what we want to see of our youth of Belize.
How long is the tournament expected to go on for this year?
This year's tournament, it should go about 3 to 4 months. And the finals should be expected somewhere in May.
And is there like a grand prize, something that people walk away with, maybe bragging rights?
So there's trophies.
Okay.
I know this year the teams that had won previously, they came in and they were like, we're the defending champs this year. So there's a lot of pressure with that as well, that, you know, you were the champions last year, so you have to try and come out on top again. So it all basically just comes down to trying to be that team that can call themselves the champions.
For those who are interested in attending this weekend, where will the games be held this weekend?
The games are currently happening at the hub.
Okay.
And one game happens at one time. Previous years, what we had was 2 courts would be happening at the same time. But this year, so that we can focus more on the games, there's only 1 game going at one time. Yeah.
All right. Well, any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to add that we may have missed or looked over?
I feel, as what we mentioned to the youth as well previously last Sunday, was that this league, it's been happening for over a decade now. And one of the things to keep in mind, especially for the youth, is that the most important thing is to build ourselves and to continue to spread positivity. And that is one thing that we are trying to do this year, where we are trying to highlight these kids on social media more as well, trying to spread just absolute positivity throughout the country of Belize and show people that no matter what our faith might be, we can come together and we can have a good time, we can have good conversation, and religion does not divide us, rather it brings us together. So that is the goal behind all of this, that, you know, we try to show the world that it doesn't matter what background you come from, what streets you grew up on, you can come together and have a good time, and we're all family at the end of the day.
Yeah, I have family and friends that have gone through the Ahmadiyya League for years, and they're good citizens. And a huge part of it is because of the character that they built participating in this league. So thank you so much, and thanks to your community and your people for continuing to commit to this venture. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And so with that, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to have live music on set. You don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.